Yo, what's up guys, AbcfGFX here with my first tutorial on how to make a basic signature using Cinema 4D. I'm using the R14 version, and but then once we make the text we will go into Photoshop. So CS6 is recommended, so I have Adobe Photoshop CC. So to start with, you want to open up your Cinema 4D folder and then open your LightRoom. I will provide a file to the LightRoom if you need one. So you click on File, Merge, go find wherever your LightRoom is. And then, this guy's awesome, by the way. This is not a shout out. His name's Wanted. He's only my age, so 50. He makes some of the best signatures I've seen and some of the most strong. And he released this great graphic pack, which has a really sexy LightRoom. So once you open it up, you may come up with this, but it doesn't really matter. Just click on OK. Now his text is in a strange position. It's all the way up there where his LightRoom is. So you just got to zoom in. There's already a text in there, or at least there should be. Oh, there it is. So you just go and set your camera on that. So once you've done that, you're just lagging as always. Oh jeez. Okay, sorry about that. So once you've done that, you should be sending around the text, and you're just going to type in the text. Now for me, I'm just going to use tutorial. Alright. So for me, my favorite depth is about 70, but people can change it and base it around whatever they want whenever they need it. So once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and select your font. Now today I'm going to be using a font called Batman Forever Alternative, which I'll also provide a link in the description. So we're going to click on that, and then it's going to be huge because it's a pretty big text. So you just want to go and scale it down by pressing this button up here. So once you've done that, again, if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause the video, go on from there. Okay, so once you've done that, make sure your camera is nice and synced. Again, it doesn't really matter about text size because you can always pan in the camera how you like it. Now once you've done that, you want to click on your mode text and then click next to caps. You want to click on edit cap. Do that for both and then change that to 2. So once you do that, it just adds a nice soft rounded square edge, so you see it's like a diagonal edge to text, which looks quite cool, but it also comes in handy when you want to do other effects. But again, feel free to fiddle around with that. Sometimes when you change it over like this, it doesn't keep the depth, so you just want to make sure you change that back to 70. And once you've done that, you're going to click on, make sure your mode text is selected, your mode graph, effector, random. And that's going to make it all jump up. Good. Once you random popped up, you want to click on random, click on effector, and just change the strength down to your liking. It's basically the same as changing from round to round. I find if you change the strength around, it just does everything for you. So that looks quite nice. And what you can do if you want to do anything a bit more advanced than this, you can go and click on, once you've got, click on mode text and press that, but I'll use that for another tutorial. So great, once you've done that, you want to press Ctrl C, Ctrl V to copy and paste your text. And with this text, you want to click on caps again, and change this to 3. The reason I'm doing this is because now, if let's just say if I apply the material to it, make sure you change it to cubic, because that looks the best, and then make sure it's seamless. Okay, so you can't see the font text, but if you pull it back a bit, only the tiniest amount, so only 3 centimeters to 1 centimeter, it just makes you have at least like 2 colors. So if I've got another one there, you've got a nice blue at the front, but then you've got like yellow and brown spotted polka dot type thing around the edge, which looks quite cool. Now once you've done that, you want to go and copy and paste that text again, the blue text, and go up here, here's the button, press and hold, and add to line. and slide your copy and paste text into it. Now that may look crap. If you go on here and just change this down to the sphere radius down to 1, and then it'll automatically change the top radius, you've got a nice outline, and then you can also apply another material to that. There we go. So now you got a nice outline around your text, and it makes it slightly more easy to read. Now some people will say, oh, go and download Greebler, Thrausi, Nitro Blast. You don't need to do any of that. The only plugin I'm going to be using today is Thrausi, because that is a generally great plugin and it makes some awesome effects. So you want to paste that text again. You got to do a lot of copy and pasting, as you'll find out, and just bring it behind the text. Now for this, I would recommend a white, because you just want it as a nice, outstanding out background. So make sure that's all set. And then click on the no text, go plugins, Thrausi, and it'll pop up with something like this. Once you've done that, don't touch anything apart from the pieces, and change that between your liking, but I'm going to go over 20 just so it's nice and quick. And great now. Now sometimes it doesn't like it, and so if you just move this out of the way, and it's being as fast as it always does, it will pop up with another text, and this is basically what happens when you press this button. It makes it editable. And so you click on the crosshair, press the top one, and the bottom one, go plugins, Thrausi again, and just change that to 20. I can break now, and you'll probably see a percentage bar. Okay. Now it may take a while, so I'm going to pause the video and come back to you when it's done. So once it's done, I agree it doesn't take very long. It doesn't really matter. Just close out of this, and you may think, well, what's happened? So you see up here, you come with a whole load of random layers. But if you look, it will say it will set up your text. So what you want to do next is just press the top one, press shift, and click the bottom one. Now just click and hold the top, and slide down, and this changes the order to tick, so it saves you having to go down, down, down. So just make sure we're all ticked, make sure we're selected, and then go Monograph, Effector, and up again. And as you can see, it makes quite a cool, like, we break it up into polygons, so it finds the symmetrical polygons in the text, but that doesn't really matter. For you, all it means is it makes a nice, cool background. And what you want to do with that is, you're going to turn the camera around, and with this LightRoom, it's quite annoying because your LightRoom gets in the way of text sometimes, but it's worth it, because the outcome with the LightRoom is just unbelievable. You won't get a better LightRoom, guaranteed. So we're going to zoom it in so I can see the back of the text. And I'm literally just going to bring it forward till it's just touching the back of the text. Now, we'll change the camera around and let's just do a quick render. Now, while here, as we're about to do the first render of this tutorial, you want to make sure your camera's centered and then press this button up here. Now, let's bring up the render systems. Now, some people say, oh, go 1920 by 1080p. You don't need to. You just want to go 280 by 720p. And that's still a nice high quality picture. I mean, if you have a really powerful computer, you know, quad-core processors, 4 GHz, sure, boost it up. And if you don't know what to change to, you can just click on custom settings screens, and right there, like you can go 4K, 2560 by 1600, but that doesn't matter. And once you've changed your resolution, press save, and make sure you save as an alpha channel. What this does is it changes it so it doesn't have a background, it's just the text. All you're going to see is the text when you render it out. So that's what you want, especially if you don't want to take all the fucking retard, or not putting it on an alpha. Or some people will say transparent, but the technical name is an alpha channel. And once you've done that, you want to click on effect, and click on ambient, whatever the fuck that is. And make sure that's ticked, and then another one called global illumination. Make sure we're both ticked, and you just want to close out of that. So as you can see, this box around here is your render box. You just want to make sure the text is inside. Now you don't want to touch in the edges because that just limits your capability of the text. You want to make sure it's nice and centered and my camera's looking nice and snaz. And it just pops up, as always. Right, so make sure the camera... and then press middle render button. Now this could take a while, so again I'm going to pause it and then come back to you. Okay, so we are done. So hopefully you can see that looks pretty smooth in itself. So what we're going to do next is save that by clicking up here, File, Save As. You need to save it as a PNG. And okay. Choose the file you want to save it into. For me, I'm just going to change it. Save into tutorials. And I generally save it as tutorial C4D edit, so I don't get confused what it is. Do that, C4D edit. So that means you won't get confused, it's nice and easy. Once it's finished saving, you want to save this as well, because you want to edit it. After you saved it, and literally just click and drag it into your product. Now some people like to make a actual like a new layer, but I got something on. I can't see it because this fucking file's in the way. So you would want to click on File, New, and then come on, we can do it. There you go, File, New. And the resolution I would suggest for this signature we're trying to make probably about 900 by 250. That's what I use for my signatures. But again, it's all up to personal choice. So let that create the layer, and we're gonna have to click and drag remove signature, and it's probably going to look smaller. That doesn't matter, you want to press Ctrl Shift, size it up. So again, make sure you release your mouse before you let go. Ctrl Shift. And you just want to apply the changes back into the stick. Now, the background, even though we're going to make it clear, we want to put a fill in so that we know what it's going to look like. For me, I'm going to put a nice black fill in, so it just brings it live. Now the first thing you want to do is just remove any outlining images or things which don't look out of place. So for me, that little thing there, just go. And if it comes up with that there, you just right click on it, press rasterize layer. Make sure it's selected. Delete. Okay. So that looks good. Now the next thing we're going to do is I hate we're going to open up another pack, which is here. Not that one. And this pack is awesome because it has a whole lot of color corrections in. I'm not going to swear you for download because I haven't got permission, but if you do find the thing, I'll link you to the video so you can download it off me because I will not put it together. So for us, we're using a blue yellow type texture. So if we go into here, open with color CC. Now he doesn't actually have like any of the similar things, but generally if you go into high contrast, and what you want to do is make sure it's selected, so you can click the eye icon, drag it in, and it's going to come with that, and literally just click the screen, drag it up into your thing, and then drag it in like that. There you go. So that comes up with quite a nice colour, but it's changed it around. So you've still got the white background, but you've got the blue thing. Now if you don't like that, can just go actually open it up and find what's making it so blue. So it's probably there you go. So once you've done that, you can close that and that just looks better. And what I like to do is click on it, click on filter, not filter, screen folders, stuff. There you go, filter, render, lens flare. These are nice flares which saves you from downloading a whole flare pack. These are actually really good. Like what you're getting. So you just want to put it on certain spots where you reckon there should be a lens flare. So generally, I like to put it on the first and last letter. It's quite hard to see where you're putting it, so just make sure it's nice on the corner. Click on OK. And there you go. You get a nice lens flare. So you want to do that twice, at least. That's what I do. Render, lens flare. And try and change around the lens flares. Just more effect. There we go. So the next thing, click on that again, filter, and you want to go sharpen edges. And this makes the edges stand out just that tiny bit more, which I find is really useful. It makes the text just a lot more readable and everything like that. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to go back into the graphics pack, which I'll give you the link for, close that, and then you literally, there's so much stuff in here, but all you want to do is just go through every one, so like a list, find the one you like and just bring it in. So let's find one, that's a bubbles, so select it, click it up into there and bring it in. So again, it's going to be quite big because this is a small canvas, but it doesn't matter too much. Make sure it's underneath that and then just change your opacity down a bit. There we go. So once you've done that, move that, and then it's going to another one. So I'm going to use stocks, and a good one in here, a really nice one, is stock 9. It's a really nice effect, and I'll show you a signature I've done with this effect precisely. So again, I'm just making it up as I go along, to be honest. I mean, once you get used to the pack and used to Photoshop, you can just change everything around so it looks good. Like, so for this, it's in between the bubbles, so just move it so the bubbles aren't in the way. So you just, it's a game of playing. This is not like me trying to teach you how to make this as much, it's me showing you how to use it. So use that, and then all you want to do to make sure nothing gets too like big and everything, you want to make sure nothing's selected and click on hue saturation, and then literally you can change the color for everything, which I find is sick. So you can change it to some really nice colors here, so make use of that. And you know, so I'm going to use probably nice blue. I do like my blue signatures, as you will probably find out. There we go. So choose that, minimize it, and there you go. And then the next thing, you want to click on curves, and this is a game of like preference. So many people will say do this, do that. It doesn't matter too much. You just gotta do what you think suits. So you wanna go on there and then just change the red around. I mean, some people cheat and just click on auto. I mean, auto doesn't do anything. Like, it's not your own work, you should click on auto. So, you know, what's the point of doing it? So, once you've done that, exit out of that, and there you go. I mean, I could go through this whole graphics pack and just say, do this, do that, but it's just not worth it. So, you know, do it as you please, so to speak. So, you know, I've maybe put some sparks in. Spark number 3 is quite nice. Just put that, and I like to rotate it so it's just longer. There you go. Put that probably make sure you apply it and then just bring it down. I think my thing stopped recording. This sucks. So yeah, as I said, you got a nice spark effect down there which you can use to your effect. So there you go, there you have it, a nice, simple, easy signature. And I hope you enjoy this guide. I will definitely be making more. And peace out.